Another day, another European semi-final. The Europa League kings, Sevilla, look to reach yet another final, but I'm sure that Juve is going to have something to say about that.
I'm ready to go. Kush got me low. Finish the drink up, take the show on the road. I got plenty to show. Why your vibe is so low? Whisper in your ear, let my tongue touch your soul.
We back on it. It's your boy Jayo Sto, and we are deadlocked at 1 between Juventus and Sevilla. Please, before anything, like, subscribe, and share. The first leg was everything we could have asked for in Spain. Now we shift our focus to Italy. And what were Sevilla doing on the last set piece of the game? You could have saw the game out, but guys weren't marking their men. The worst time to concede is in stoppage time in the first half or in the second half. And now Sevilla have to claw back on enemy soil. And Chiesa crossed it into Danilo. Danilo headed it to Pogba. Pogba headed it to Gatti into the back of the net. That's everything that Juve needed. Now they have the confidence, and we all know once you're at home, if you're in the lead or if you're knotted up, you just have to play a good game and you'll advance. And it seems like they are going to be able to advance to the final. I think they have what it takes. And if you are in the position where you're on the road and you're not in the lead like Sevilla, you're tied up, you have to kind of play a perfect game. We'll see if it happens, because they have big time players. And Nesri, we've seen him get a goal. He has 18 on the season, having a spectacular season. And we've seen what he did in the World Cup, helping Morocco go to the semis. What a run for that team. What a couple months this guy is having. A great year for him. And Rakitic has been in this position before. He's been in big games, obviously in the World Cup with Croatia. He's won a Champions League with Barca. He scored in a Champions League within like 2-3 minutes of a game. So anything could happen, but I do think that Juve has the advantage. Even though Pogba did get injured this past weekend, he hasn't been starter or anything, but he is a guy that can change the game at any given time. I do think they have a replacement in Paredes who can make a difference. We've seen what he has done with Juve this past season. He scored a goal earlier in the month, and he's won the World Cup with Argentina, and you keep him on the field just in case the game goes to extra time and it remains tied and goes to pens. He scored a penalty in the World Cup final. Juve just has a stronger team. Federico Chiesa done great things with Italy in the national side, winning the Euros, same with Bonucci. But I think Allegri has what it takes to make these coaching changes. We've seen what he did in the first leg. He took off Vlahovic, he took off Bonucci. Not easy to do, but it worked out in the end. I think Di Maria and Cuadrado, two South American guys. Di Maria, who has won the World Cup. Cuadrado can get up and down the flank. We know how quality he is. And a guy like Danilo, who is not a regular player in the national team side with Brazil, he's going to treat this like the World Cup semi-final. He wants this Europa League. Cuadrado, who didn't make this past World Cup, him too, he's going to treat this like a World Cup semi-final. So they have so much things going for them. And I see if Sevilla doesn't get a quick early goal, it's going to be tough, because we know how compact and how well that Juve defends, and Szczesny is a wall in the net. And just to double down what I said a few days ago, Serie A is the second best league in the world, because you have a bunch of teams that could win the league. You have Roma, you have Napoli, Juve, the Milans. Can't say the same thing with La Liga. It's always Madrid or Barca. And then there's a massive drop off. And you've seen it's not the same without CR7 and Messi. No more Iniesta, no more Xavi. El Clasico is still the best rivalry, but La Liga as a whole has dropped down in the rank. Juve is unbeaten in their last 5, and look at how resilient they have been this season. They've had to deal with all the point deduction stuff in Serie A, and now they're in the second spot. So more than likely, they're going to be in Champions League next season. But all their eyes, all their focus right now is on the Europa League. They want to lift that trophy because they can't win Serie A. And same with Sevilla. They're in 10th in the Liga. Sevilla went unbeaten in 7 in their entire month of April. Sacking Lopetegui was good for them. With the new manager now, they've showed life. They have a normal heartbeat. And sometimes teams just need that new voice because you see, it's the end of the season. This is where they take it the most serious. They have the ability to flip the switch knowing that this is their tournament. Europa League is always gonna be. Every single time you come to Sevilla, you know we want to win the Europa League. That's their number one goal of the season. Every year, you're signing a contract saying Europa League or you're not on the team. We all know how important it is to end the season with some silverware. I don't think we're gonna have a blowout like yesterday between Madrid and City. At least I hope we don't. But I don't think that we're going to get as many goals because Juve doesn't have the firepower that City does up front. They still can get some goals and production from a lot of guys. Like Keane could put the ball in the net. Obviously, Di Maria, Vlahovic, Milik, Gatti. So they have a lot of guys to choose from. But I just don't think it's going to happen. I see 2-0, maybe even 1-0. It's your boy Jayo Sto signing off.